Hi everyone. Today we are going to explain how to use trigonometry and trigonometric ratios to find some missing sides. So don't forget that to use trigonometric ratios, we need a, rectangular triangle. So all our work, okay, is in rectangular triangle, a triangle with a right angle. In any triangle, we have three different angles. And for any angle in this triangle, we can find its trigonometric ratios. We can find the sine of this angle, the cosine of this angle, and also the tangent of this angle. So normally the cosine is the sine. We want to start with the sine. So the sine of a given angle is equal to the opposite over hypotenuse. We should know the hypotenuse is always the opposite side to the right angle. So normally the opposite to this angle is x over 20 over the hypotenuse over 20. So normally we want to find the unknown, the variable x, the measure of this side, of the opposite side. We can use, it is equation. So it is an equation because we have an equal. When we have an equal, so we can use, for example, here, because we have a fraction form in the right-hand side of the equal. So it is easy, very easy to think about the cross multiplication. How to use a cross multiplication here, because we have a one ratio, one fraction to the right-hand side of the equal. If we have one number, so we can put as denominator, we can put 1 as denominator to obtain another fraction on the left-hand side of the equal. We use the cross multiplication, so x by 1 is x. So x equal to 20 by sine 27 degree. So we use the calculator to find that is equal approximately 9.1 centimeter. And why centimeter? Because we are using the unit measure that we use in this example is centimeter. So the example is centimeter. Similarly, in the next example, we have this angle, and this angle is given nearest to the minutes. So we have a 68 degree, 15 minutes. So sine of 68 degree, 15 minutes equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse, over 15 meter. And we use the cross multiplication after that. We use the calculator, and don't forget how to enter this angle to the calculator. So we click the bottom sign, then 68. After 68, to distinguish between 68 and 15, we put DMS or the other click or the other button in other types of calculator, like this one, like point and two comma. Okay, so easy. And we put after that equal. Okay, so easy. Then we obtain the 46.4 meter because we are dealing with meters in this example. So it is very easy to find the opposite sign by multiplying the hypotenuse by the sine of the angle. Another example, you can also use it, do these extra exercises by yourself. In one of these exercises or examples, we can use also the sine ratio to find the hypotenuse while the opposite sine angle and the angle are known. For example, we have this angle. The opposite, if we have, what are the involved sides? The involved sides are the opposite and also the hypotenuse, which is opposite to, which is the right opposite to the right angle. So normally sine of 65 equal to 65, sine of 65 equal to the opposite, to the opposite 4 over x. We want to find the hypotenuse. Here, the hypotenuse is the unknown, is the variable. So normally, we can switch between the places of sine because sine is known. So we can switch between them. So we can say that hypotenuse equal opposite over sine. So easy. Okay, and then don't miss how to enter an angle with minutes and seconds using the click DMS. Okay, so 18 DMS, 23 we can put DMS equal. Okay, it depends on the type of your calculator. And similarly, we can use also the cosine sign, but cosine ratio to find either the hypotenuse when the angle is given and the hypotenuse is given, or to find and the adjacent side is given. Okay, so as I mentioned, we can use the cosine ratio to find either the hypotenuse or the adjacent side. So normally, for example, we have here 32 degrees. We have this angle, the measure of this angle. So what are the first question to pose, to ask, what are the sides involved in this ratio? Cosine. So normally the cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, adjacent over hypotenuse, so x over 23. We use the cross multiplication to obtain that the cosine, so the cosine equal, so the cosine equal cosine by hypotenuse equal to adjacent. Okay, easy. So adjacent equal cosine by hypotenuse, and hypotenuse in another case, here, for example, are also the adjacent, the hypotenuse side and the adjacent side only are involved. So we use the cosine ratio. The cosine ratio equal to the 52 over x. So the hypotenuse here to find the hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse equal to adjacent over cosine, and easy to complete the following exercises by yourself. What about tangent? First of all, we are working in right angle triangle. So normally we have this angle. There, which sides are involved? The opposite and the adjacent. We don't have any information about the hypotenuse. So the adjacent, the opposite. So adjacent, opposite. So we use the tangent ratio. So here the tangent of 31 equal to x over 80, the opposite. How to find the opposite? Cross multiplication. So normally the opposite equal to tangent by adjacent. In another case, we have the same sides involved. We have the opposite, we have adjacent, but here the adjacent is unknown. How to find it? So normally adjacent equal to opposite over tangent. So easy, but take care of and when entering the angle with degree and minutes, and so on. So these are the important information of this session. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.